Alright, so this is going to be my review of the 4th issue of the Fiendship is Magic series, and this issue is focusing on Nightmare Moon. Now, Nightmare Moon was like, when they announced they were going to do one for Nightmare Moon, I was like, really? We know the story of Nightmare Moon. We kind of already got the backstory. I prefer Discord more. Why do we need more Nightmare Moons? And not to say Nightmare Moon's bad, it's just, we already know the story. But I didn't realize until, like, the day before this issue came out was that this was going to explain what Nightmare Moon did while she was stuck on the moon. Okay, that works. You're telling a secret story, and this actually explains how Nightmare Moon and Luna gain the ability to enter Pony's dreams. So I thought this was really cool. Also, there's nice little references in here that I just thought were amazing. So the story is, like I said, Nightmare Moon has been banished to, the moon, and now she has discovered the Nyx. Now, the Nyx, you guys remember, and this actually it takes a lot. This issue actually acts as like a prelude to the Nightmare Rarity story. Yeah, the second big story arc in the My Little Pony series. So this actually could work as this issue is one big prequel to that comic. But yeah, the Nyx are these beings of dream. They're basically dream creatures that live on the moon and give dreams to ponies. Nightmare Moon manipulates them all, especially one named Doran, and manipulates her into, accessing ponies' dreams and, more or less trying to turn the ponies against Celestia through all these horrible nightmares. And yeah, also, there's another character in here that just made me laugh because it was so clever. And it was a nice little reference, too, is that the leader of the Nyx, the one who's in charge of making all the dreams, is named Gaiman. Let that sink in for a second. The main character, the leader of the group who's in charge of making dreams, is named Gaiman. Like that one guy who made that one awesome comic book for that one company that's just kind of gone downhill recently. Yeah. I just, like, when they reveal, like, it took me a second, it was like, wait, Gaiman? Oh, clever, that's clever. No, really, like, no sarcasm. That's actually a really nice little reference. But yeah, one thing I want to also bring up real quick is that the timeline just kind of doesn't add up. I guess did the writer not realize that this is supposed to take 1,000 years ago? Because we get a mention of Rainbow Dash as a filly when Gaiman is putting in dreams and he's like, there you are, little filly. Now you can fly. Now, one day you'll fly with the Wonderbolts yet. And I was thinking, was that meant to be Rainbow Dash? But then again, you could look at it and say, oh, well, that could be any pony, because a lot of ponies probably want to be part of the Wonderbolts. But then you see Rarity in a dream sequence. I was like, hang on, Rarity wasn't even born yet. I'm pretty sure her grandparents weren't even born yet. So, why are we, why do we have Rarity here? It's a little before her time, so that kind of confused me. Also, Nightmare Moon's plan is downright evil. Oh my god, this is like, she tries to manipulate she more or less corrupts the Nyx through her nightmare powers, thus creating the nightmare creatures on the moon. And then she goes on further to manipulate the ponies. The ponies' dreams, and say that more or less put in their head that Celestia is this horrible being that is out to destroy them all. So I really like that that bit of storytelling right there. I really enjoyed that bit of what's the word I'm looking for? That bit of planning right there. Also, when they decide to, when Celestia back on Equestria is attempting to quell all the dreams, she actually weakens herself because she puts all these dream spells on herself to keep ponies, from entering her mind. And she's been so physically weakened from fixing all these dreams is that now her magical barriers around her mind are now weak enough for Nightmare Moon herself to break in there. Also, this is great. When the Nyx are casting the spell to get Nightmare Moon into Celestia's mind, the words they spoke are Kalima. I was like, oh my god. Again, this comic is full of very clever references, and it's still very dark because Celestia is still reeling from banishing her sister to the moon, and it's, again, she realizes that it's not Luna's doing, it's it's Nightmare Moon, because Nightmare Moon is actually a totally different being. The nightmare energy, the nightmare forces are actually kind of like a symbiote. They were feeding on Luna's anger and hatred and jealousy, and thus creating Nightmare Moon. So yeah, it's kind of like the symbiote with her, and Luna and Celestia even admits, my biggest failure was not being able to save the one person I care the most about, my sister, and you took that from me. But yeah, this also explains, how nightmares ended up in Equestria, and also still dreams, because some of the Nyx still have some control over themselves. Even though they've now been corrupted, they still have some control over themselves to give some dreams to ponies, while at the same time they still have to feed nightmares under Nightmare Moon's rule. But yeah, this was really good. I think this is probably the second best issue of the series. I still think the first issue with King Sombra is really fucking good, but this is actually a close second for me. The Tyrek issue was okay. So was the Sirens issue. Now all I'm waiting for is the final issue of this miniseries involving Queen Chrysalis, which I'm very interested to read about her and what kind of origin or story they're going to tell with her. I'm really hoping for something really grand there, because there's a lot of room to tell with that character of Queen Chrysalis. But no, this was really good. The villain plan was very well thought out. Nightmare Moon was very sinister, and again, if you like the second story arc involving Nightmare Rarity, I would strongly suggest picking this issue up, and you want to learn more about how the Nyx became corrupted, and stuff like that. But anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.